Okay, so this is I guess it's a TV stand before. I found it on a yard sale site on Facebook for free. So I just had to go pick it up and didn't have to pay any money. So this is the before. Okay, so the plan for the sink is this metal bowl, which I already had in the house, so I don't have to pay anything for it. And my father-in-law is going to come over today, and he's going to cut a hole in the top, just big enough to where I can set this in here, and then the lip will catch itself to hold it in. And then I bought this little wooden J from the craft store for like $1, I think. And then I'm going to paint it silver with this spray paint. And then somehow, I haven't really figured out how, once the sink is in its hole, I'm going to add this as the spigot. So it should be pretty cute. And then I was thinking maybe some knobs on either side eventually would be cute. Yeah. Whoops. Ta-da! So I'm spray painting the J right now, and then I'll let that dry. Okay, so the next part of the project is the stovetop. So what I'm doing is I have this, it's actually like a placemat, I think, that I bought at the thrift store, but it's like a wooden material. It's pretty thick. So I'm going to spray paint that with the silver, and then I have old CDs that we don't use anymore, and I'm going to spray paint those black, and then those will get glued down to the silver board, and then the silver board will get connected to the countertop. So we'll do that next. So this is the stove. I haven't glued anything down yet, but it turned out pretty cute. Okay, so I thought it'd be cute to put like a little window pane above the sink, so I found this wooden frame in our closet. It's an 8x10, and then I just bought this little wooden dowel, I guess you would call it, except for it's not a circle. And then I'm going to cut it to fit like this, and then I'll have another one going like this, and then I'm going to paint it white. And then for the picture, I'll put some sort of background. I thought maybe it'd be cute if I did seasons or something like that, and then you hang it on the wall and it looks like a window. Okay, so here's the window pane. I painted it. I haven't put the glass back in yet, but that's kind of the idea. Put the glass and then it hangs exactly like a frame would, so it's pretty simple. I think it'll be pretty cute above the sink. Okay, so as far as painting goes, I'm going to paint the bottom part of the cupboard. I wanted like a mint color, and then the top counter part to be white. I bought these at Joann's Fabrics and Craft Store, and it's Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint, and I wanted to use the chalk paint because apparently you don't have to sand or prime, so yeah, that's awesome. Like I said, I wanted to do mint, but they didn't have that in the big bottles. They only had it in the tiny ones, and I wasn't about to buy like a million of the small ones. So I bought this one, and I was going to add some white to it and hopefully make it a little bit lighter. I guess we'll see how that goes. Alright, so this isn't really an accurate depiction of what the color is, just because it's not natural lighting and the lighting is kind of yellow. But I did get it to be close to what I wanted. I probably would have preferred it to be a little bit lighter, but at least it's not like a bright teal, which is not what I wanted. I kind of wanted like a light mint, but we'll see how it dries. This is the first coat, so I still need to do one more coat. Okay, so this is after the second and third coat. It definitely needed a second coat. The third coat was kind of just here and there where it looked a little bit sparse, but this is what the color ended up, which is definitely better than the original. I got it to lighten up quite a bit. It's not as light as I wanted it. I really wanted more of like a light mint, but this is really cute too, so I'm happy with it. Yeah, so the next part would just be to paint the top part white, and then hang up the curtain and all that good stuff and finish up. Okay, so this is the first coat of the white paint. It's definitely going to need another coat, if not two. But the nice thing about this paint is that a little bit goes a long way. So I've barely used any paint so far, and it dries really quick. So it's not too bad. You don't have to wait a super long time in between coats, which is nice. So yeah, first coat. Okay, so I wanted to talk about how much I actually spent on this project, and it really wasn't a lot. I got the actual stand for free, and then at Joann's I bought chalk paint to paint it, and that was $13, I think $13.80. And then at Michael's I bought the white acrylic paint, the letter J, the 2 little spray paints, and that little dowel thing for the frame, and I spent $13.31 there. So total I've spent $26, $27 on this whole project. Whereas if I had bought, you know, a brand new one from like IKEA or one of the cute ones from Costco, those are at least $100. So this is definitely the way to go. It took some work, but I had fun doing it. So yeah, 26 bucks, and she's got a little play kitchen. Alright guys, here's the finished product. I thought I'd go through and talk about some of like the decorative stuff. So first I wanted to point out the curtain that I hung out. It's actually a vintage pillowcase that I got at the thrift store a long time ago. So I used that because I thought it'd be cute with the color. The color is cute. It's definitely not as light as I had planned on, which I talked about, but oh well, it's still cute. And I put a little rug down, and I had one of those little old, are they called milk crates? I'm not really sure. But that's got like her little cookie tray and cupcake tins and stuff like that. And then I figured she could put her actual play food under there. But yeah, the sink looks really cute. I had some knobs from an old dresser that I refurbished that just sits in the closet anyways. So I used the knobs for this instead. And the sink turned out pretty cute. I just hot glued it, so I don't know how long it's gonna last. Eventually I think it'd be cute to put like an actual faucet, but for now it works. And I put her play fruit in a bowl, which I thought was cute. And yeah, oh, the chalkboard I actually got off of a free, it's like a yard sale site on Facebook. Yeah, so I got that for free. Basically everything you see has been repurposed. So this is all stuff that I already had in the house that I just kind of recycled, I guess. So yeah, we already had the pictures, we had the shelf, all of that stuff. That's a fake plant that I got at the dollar store a long time ago. Yeah, so, oh, and I hung up a little apron. It looks really cute. And then her little table's over here, so it works out perfectly. I really think it turned out cute. And of course they put her little grocery cart out here because that kind of goes hand in hand, right? You got to buy the food before you cook it. So yeah, there it is. Not bad for a free TV stand. So yeah, I hope you guys are inspired to make your own.